So the first point is it's a very lighter bike. I cannot imagine doing this kind of a thing so easily. Slide around, man, slide around. See, these are uneven roads. You see the What's up YouTube? Today we have the latest KTM 390 Enduro R, one of the most anticipated motorcycle from KTM lineup, and KTM has done it. So we are in Pune to test this motorcycle, and yesterday actually we were doing a lot of trails, and today also we are doing trails. So KTM has asked us to stick to the trails than on the roads. So this is mostly going to be an off-road centric review. I'll give you one heads up. KTM has made this motorcycle exclusive for off-roads, and that is the reason why we have this here. So if you are looking for the adventure one, the road variant one, that is almost a 70-30 bike, 70% road and 30% off-road. And if you are looking for 50-50, this is the one you should go for. So this review is mostly going to be from an off-road point of view, not we are going to go on major highways or something today. So let me just walk you through all the things on the motorcycle. So after riding this motorcycle, I feel so happy, so much happy, because you know, finally I started getting that feel of the 690 Enduro R from some other bike. So I have ridden a KTM 690 Enduro R, and that is always there in one of my favorite books of off-roading motorcycle. So first of all, let's start from the looks. So it gets an Enduro kind of a headlight. I'm really not sure how visible this will be, but if you are planning to go out on trails in the night, then probably you might need to have an auxiliary light. It comes with a very big beak and the 21-inch wheel, and the wheels are actually comparatively, spokes are actually different from the Adventure, because this is actually meant for more hardcore off-road. And also this comes with a tube tire, not a tubeless tire. And we have the disc brake in the front, dual channel ABS. We have a lot of sort of electronics on this motorcycle, and the WP Epic suspension. The suspension travel is good. It's a 30-stage adjustable suspension, and this comes with a 9-liter tank. I know that some of the reviewers and most of the viewers gonna tell that 9-liter tank is such a small tank size, but I'll tell you, if you are really onto off-roads, you should know that you are not going to carry a lot of fuel when you go for off-roads. Even in my desert sled, when I go for off-road, the basic rule is when you are half tank, you are ready for your off-roads. When you have consumed your first 3 liters of your fuel, you will start going off-roads. So I don't really mind having a 9-liter tank, because it's not going to be a proper highway motorcycle. And we have the LC4C engine. This is the first time I started loving this engine, because you know, the tuning is different, the sprocketing is different. The front sprocket is same for all the motorcycle in this 399cc. On this one it comes with 48 teeth rear sprocket. On the Adventure we have the 46. The feedback is, the initial is too much, the tuning is different, so it's so nice actually. And we get the underbelly exhaust. We did a little bit of water crossing, not to a depth that we have submerged the motorcycle, but didn't had any issue. And also it's a really flat seat here. So this is an Enduro seat. It is not really meant for 2 people to sit and ride, not at all a touring seat. So when you ride this motorcycle off-road, you can actually push behind and sit. Nothing stops you in going further like a rally bike. That's how we ride the rally bike. So the grab rail is not for the pillion to grab. It is actually, if you are falling in the off-roads, it will help you to lift the motorcycle up. But there are certain elements on this motorcycle where you can remove. First one is this one, and obviously the sari guard is removed. I feel very good for it, and this portion also is removable. And we get the foot pegs, which has a rubber cap. Currently there is no rubber cap on that, so it is actually easily removable. And knobby tires from Mitas, and this makes a lot of difference. And also very small things. If you see, valve cap of this motorcycle is onto a different size. KTM did that because you can actually take off the valve. It is a little tapered one, so you put it around to reduce the tire pressure if you want. So obviously this motorcycle is now running with a lower tire pressure, and there are no mirrors because we are actually on off-roads. And the main difference you see is from here. So this side of the handlebar we have a dedicated ABS switch, but the traction control cannot be turned off like that. You have to go to the off-road mode, and you can configure the off-road mode to not have the traction control. And this is a pass switch. This is the joystick here. So joystick never had any problem. Indicator and the horn. And on this side is the typical switches over here. When I turn on the dash, it actually looks nice, man. Nice. I really love it. Let me just get out. It's a slightly taller motorcycle, but the thing is, the seats are tapered. If you see, the seat is just like that. KTM don't want you to sit on this motorcycle for long. Keep your ass up. ABS, you can turn it off in one click. And also there are a lot of things ride. So there are two riding modes. The way the OK button works is like you press this side, the OK button works. So you have the quick shifter, there is an off-road mode, and the road mode traction control can be turned off, and you can configure the off-road mode. So that's how in general this thing works. That's it. Now let's go for a ride. Before that, I'll just make you hear the exhaust sound. It is similar to the all of the 390, nothing major, but still listen to it. Yeah, now let's go out for the ride. Alright, we are already in the trails, so let's take it. So the first point is, it's a very lighter bike. I cannot imagine doing this kind of a thing so easily. It feels like an X-Pulse. This is unlike any other 390, man. So the engine is super fun. It's actually the same 399cc, but what makes the difference is the off-road mode, the fueling, and the rear sprocket, which makes this motorcycle so much compatible for this low-end torque thing. And it's a rally bike. Rally bike means you actually ride it as fast as you can. My voice will be breaking, sorry for that. Already on an off-road trail. See that the way suspension handles is so good. Put together all, this is a great package for this kind of a road. It's not a road, this kind of a path. So the suspension and the stock setting is a little onto a softer side. So if you are a heavy person, you might be okay to take it off-road. Otherwise you have to tighten it a little bit. It's a 30-stitch adjustable suspension. Damn, man. Slide around, man, slide around. See, these are uneven roads. You see the way how this is being handled. Jumps are like crazy. We'll do some slides. And it is really quite easily as well. I'm in the second gear, still having some style slides. Quick shifter works so easy and so nicely. The brakes are really good, nicely tuned for the way how an enduro motorcycle should work. And it's quite lighter, man. Yesterday I was riding and I got stuck in a 30 to 45 degree climb, and I'm really sorry that I have made some other journalist to be stuck behind me, because the person in the front gets stuck. That's it. So what really happened is that I got stuck and I actually started digging my rear tire and it completely went inside. And this, even though this has a very good ground clearance, the center was hitting. We do off-road on this, they do off-road on the Dulux. So the center portion, engine bash plate, was actually resting on the ground. So I completely digged up the rear tire. So I actually got out of the motorcycle, pulled that motorcycle out, and I was just feathering the clutch and just walking with the bike, man. I can never imagine doing that on any other motorcycle in the single cylinder right now. I'll say that you cannot even compare this with a Himalayan or an X-Pulse. I know that I haven't ridden the X-Pulse 210, but I'm not disrespecting that 210 because it has its own advantage. It will be coming in a different price bracket also. This will be hell expensive than that bike, but I'm saying that if you have to call the big daddy of the single cylinder enduro motorcycle in India, this is the one. Overall, we have the 690. So this has a true inspiration for the 690. Until now, no niggles on this motorcycle. Like, vibrations are there since we are actually taking it on off-road all the time. We are riding in that kind of a mode. So the fun fact of this motorcycle is the freedom to ride this motorcycle anywhere. This is what I like. I just go anywhere with this motorcycle. So the puny tank will be a problem for you, but the thing is, keep feeling it, that's all. If you are looking for a big size everywhere going motorcycle, go for the normal 390. I mean the 390 Adventure. You see that? Oh, jumping is so easy, man. When I've never happy riding a motorcycle like this in the recent past. So this is the second gear and still a lot of nice lights. You see that? Crazy. Suspension is so good, man, so good. And I don't know the price of this motorcycle now, so I'll say that if the price of this motorcycle is, that's Ochako, by the way. So if the price of this motorcycle is actually less than the Adventure, then I'll say it's a bang for the buck, man. Just go for it if you are a off-roading maniac. You don't get a better motorcycle in single cylinder right now which is being sold in India. But if it is above the 390 Adventure, then I'll say that you can look at the difference, then take a call whether you want to just do off-roading. Alright, usual stuff, GoPro gave up. So coming on to the verdict of the motorcycle: brilliant motorcycle, light motorcycle, faster motorcycle, so much fun to ride. The brakes are good, the engine performs well, and the ergonomics are really good. You have 3 handlebar settings there, so the suspension is adjustable. So much likable and lovable motorcycle for an off-road maniac. Until now I didn't face any niggles, except the fact that when I was riding, the motorcycle actually went to a limp mode. After riding it for 5 minutes, it was overheating and I didn't stop the motorcycle, and still I was riding it, and then yeah, it got into the limp mode. So, and there are a couple of throttling issues as well. Some people throttle was stuck. I don't know really what will happen if I take it on the road, because this is completely an off-road review. But if you want a road based review on this motorcycle, do let me know. I can take it for a little longer time and I will explain things. Oh damn man, I believe this video is helpful for you. You have enjoyed watching this video just like how I'm doing on this motorcycle, so show some love in the form of likes and comments. See you in the next video. Until then, bye bye. I know where I'm going. Still send it second gear.